After you've put your cotton strips in and out of the stream and in the riparian zone, we need a little bit more information about the stream itself. Your kit is going to come with this nice beautiful data sheet, and we need some information about the sediment size. That's going to be the rocks that you see on the bottom of the stream. And we need some information about the depth and width of the stream at the upstream and downstream place that you place your cotton strips in. So first up is going to be the sediment class size. We're just asking that you're going to take a look at the rocks or sands or boulder, whatever you have in your stream. You're going to use your judgment to determine the predominant class size. There's a list of class sizes in your Quick Methods packet, but some of the categories is going to be less than 2 millimeters. I mean, this is really small. Just as an idea of what 2 millimeters is, this is predominantly going to be if you have very sandy streams. This might be predominant substrate. If your stream is predominantly like really small rocks, this is the size class that is between 2 millimeters and 8 millimeters. This rock is about 5 millimeters, just for size reference. This one right here is about 25 millimeters. This is in the size class between 8 and 32. This rock is roughly 55 millimeters. This will be in the size class that is from 32 to 64. And then the next size class is going to be from 64 to 250. 250 millimeters. Or 256 millimeters is going to be this length right here. This is roughly the length from your elbow to your wrist. It's roughly the length of the paper bags we've provided. And if you're better with inches, like most Americans are, this is about 8.5 inches in length. And then the final size class is if you have things larger than that distance right there, 256 millimeters. And remember that when you're estimating the size of the rocks, to always measure the longest side. This is going to be about 55 this way, not this way, so always looking at the longest side. And then whatever you determine the predominant size class in your stream to be, just going to fill that in right here on the top blank with the sediment size class. And then the other measurements are a little bit easier. You're just going to do the same thing at your upstream and downstream sites. The first one is going to be the estimated channel width. If you have a meter or yardstick, you can estimate, you can just put it over the bank. I'm sure we've all done this as kids, where you do this and then you measure. You can do something like that. If you have a tape measure, you can use that to measure from the width across. Or if you want to just measure with your feet, you can go from heel to toe, measure your footsteps, and just let us know what your shoe size is so we can determine how long that actually is. And then you're just going to fill that in. Again, you're going to do that at both the upstream and the downstream spots, and you're going to put that into the appropriate length. And then finally, we're interested in the depth of the stream. So you're going to take your meter or yardstick or your tape measure, and you're just going to put it in roughly in the center of your riffle, and you're just going to read and measure the depth of the stream.